Hey y'all, I want to take a moment to talk to you guys about activity and a term you might have heard, active lifestyle. What does it mean to have an active lifestyle? How should you actually go about having an active lifestyle? Should you have an active lifestyle? That's what this video is. So to start off, what do I mean by that? Well, let's start by taking you into your everyday life, right? If you don't have a job and you're a little bit younger, you probably have a lot of family members that do have jobs. And when you're in a workplace or when you see people in their workplace, you'll notice people come in a lot of different shapes and sizes, right? There's people who are 5'5" and weigh 200 pounds. There's people that are 6'2" and are 140 pounds. So there's people all in a whole range of different looks and walks of life. The common thread over recent years is that in America, people are tending to gain weight. People are weighing more on average. And so the topic of how people can be more active has bubbled up, and people want to know. It's a huge mystery. Now, I think that a lot of research has been done on this, but I think research often leads people to the answers that have been right in front of their face the whole time. And in this situation, it's definitely the case. So let's dumb it down. Let's think about something simple. Let's think about caveman times. What's the primary difference between caveman times? I'm not a scientist here. I literally don't even have specific dates. But what's the difference between back then and right now? Simple question. Okay. We now today have jobs. We now today have advanced societies that require us to contribute with our money, and require us to contribute with our votes, and everything is structured. Back then there wasn't a bunch of structure, so everyone was just kind of running around trying to fend for themselves. There wasn't a grocery store to go get food. You would need to hunt and gather. So that being said, what the heck does that have to do with being active? Well, as a lot of you can put together, if you're having to fend for yourself, if you're having to get your food through physical activity throughout the entire day, or a large portion of it, sporadically, not planned, not in a set routine, you're going to lose weight. You're never going to have the weight in the first place. So that's how a modern society will have people that weigh more. And so, well, that was easy. What's with all this research people are doing? Well, that's a whole nother conversation. But this video, I want to talk to you guys about possible solutions that are not as crazy as going out into the woods and becoming a caveman. CBS did a video about six years ago. It's on YouTube. It's called "Workouts Are Not Sufficient to Diminish the Effects of stagnant sitting or something like that of crap, I can't think of the word. But basically the video CBS 6 years ago on YouTube, CBS Morning or Mornings, they basically said people are working out, but it's not enough. They're sitting the whole day. Or not the whole day, but they're sitting a lot at work, and they're on a computer and everything. And that was, I think, probably one of the first times and nationally that sort of message was put out. And I'm looking at that today, that video, some days ago or weeks ago, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. But I imagine it's probably a little bit shocking, at least to some people. I'll try to make this video short. It's probably shocking to some people, but so when we take that, okay, so we do have these jobs that we do. It would be good to keep your job. Do want to keep. And we do have these obligations, but how can we find the balance between getting a spear and going out and trying to track down a boar and roast it alive, and being at a desk sifting through Excel the entire day? I think the answer to that is, as all things, going to come specialized. It's going to be whatever you think for your personalized life. However, a helpful idea is informal practice. And this is something that a crazy guy by the name of Ido Portal, you can search him on YouTube, IDO space portal, Ido Portal, talks about in a video I believe is titled Informal Practice, which is essentially you're training, but you're not training. You're kind of just sporadically doing exercise throughout the day. And ding, 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 that kind of sounds a lot like the type of stuff that I put on this channel. But I make it wacky and not sophisticated and kind of random and kind of not put together in a sophisticated way. He does do that a bit. He does do that a bit. And a lot of other people do it a bit. I would invite you to watch videos about this, especially if you feel like you're struggling from trying to lose weight, struggling from, trying to feel active. There's other benefits of being active besides losing weight as well. So anyway, informal practice, to go into more detail, it's like you wake up in the morning and you drop down and you do 10 push-ups. You wake up in the morning and you do some pull-ups. You wake up in the morning and you stretch out. You try to touch your toes. You get out of the shower and you brush your teeth, and instead of leaning over on the sink, you don't lean over on the sink. And you just stand. And that is a form of exercise, just engaging your muscles. Or you're at a stagnant point during work, and you kindly and not annoyingly and not in a way that will disrupt your work or the people around you, go and stretch out. You may think that you're not allowed, but trust me, many things are permitted when you are kind and thoughtful and you believe that you can. So simple examples like that. And when you get home, you don't immediately rush to your bed or whatever makes you comfortable. You think, you slow things down in your brain and you say, I could just, I could put my bags down, and then I could sit down, I could stretch out, I could do something. And a lot of times it is slowing down before getting active again. I could get active. So that's all I have to say. That's the end of the video. Informal practice. You don't have to have a set regimented workout plan all of the time. You can just kind of do a little bit throughout the day of moving your body. There we go.